Welcome back, everyone. There's an organization in Saratoga called Saratoga Sponsor a Scholar. And joining me today is Tom Valentine, who is one of the mentors, contributor, board member. And first, welcome, Tom.
Thanks, that's great to be here. Thanks.
Please just give our viewers a quick synopsis of Saratoga Sponsor a Scholar and why you're involved.
Sure. The Sponsor a Scholar is a student-based organization, and it's a program that we have to help students who may be disadvantaged in some way, shape, or form. It could be social, it could be family, it could be economic. And the Sponsor a Scholar program gives them basically economic assistance through the years of high school and through their years of college, up to $10,000 per student in economic assistance. And it's not just the economic piece, but what we provide them with is the infrastructure to understand how they get out of high school and into college. And in some cases, we found that some of those students don't have an understanding or the resources to get through that infrastructure and build that infrastructure for themselves. The Sponsor a Scholar program can help deliver that infrastructure to them and for them.
Right. Now, we were involved with this program ourselves when we did a documentary on the lives of some of these kids. And you know, the thing that struck me, Tom, is how deserving they were of the help. This is not a handout, by the way. These kids just don't get a check. They have to work for it. There are work sessions after school, and they have a certain criteria to hit in terms of their grade level. And also they do the trips to the different colleges and have to make certain that they conform and qualify for the funds.
Well, sure, Jess, you bring up a great point. Is there's a competition. We have much more need than we have resources, and the kids will get in and be in almost a contract.
That's right.
And they're contracted to do their part, which is they're going to get to those homework sessions. They're going to be involved in the community. And academically, they have to keep their grades at a certain level. And I think the balance that we have and the beauty of the organization is we have a 99% from high school getting in accepted to college, actually 100% accepted to college, 99% getting into college. And so the way the organization works, the balance between the assistance and the commitment is really proving valuable for the students.
I think it's an exceptional program, and I'll tell you, you know, Jim Levine, who's a mutual friend of ours and sort of heads this organization up, I think, in a certain sense, is not only a character, but boy, is he focused and determined.
Well, Jim's our executive director, and quite frankly, there is no program without Jim Levine.
I know.
And he has been, without any doubt, as committed and driven, both on the financial piece, but more so on that commitment and the community's commitment and bringing the program to the community so that they can see the students and they can meet the students and they can really get to see the true need of this Sponsor a Scholar program. It's one of the big secrets that you know no one likes to talk about sometimes, but we've got more than 1,000 kids in the Saratoga Springs School District that qualify for federal assistance from an income standpoint because they're at that level, and so the need is there. The assistance is so valuable. Another point in why this is so important. We've got 300 plus kids right now in the school district attending the school that are considered homeless. And the Sponsor a Scholar program is designed to make sure those kids get a chance and those kids have the same access and resources of anybody else, and that's where our focus is. We're going to take maybe people that don't have the chance or maybe don't have the greatest infrastructure, and we're going to make sure they have that advantage.
Well, I can certainly tell one thing. The passion that you have for the organization is very similar to the guy we're talking about, Jim Levine. So, with all of this information, you may be saying to yourself, what can I do to help? Well, we have that for you also, don't we? Listen to this. This Friday night, the opening night of the track, the 18th, the Saratogian is donating their parking lot for Saratoga Sponsor a Scholar. And you're going to man this parking lot with mentors, with teachers, with students, And 100% of the proceeds that night from the parking fees is going to go to Saratoga Sponsor a Scholar. Now, outside of the fact that the money is going to a great organization, let's think about it. This means you don't have to drive around Saratoga for 2 hours to try to find a parking spot. And if you do find one, it's in Ballston Spa, so you're going to have to walk up Route 50. This is at the Saratogian parking lot, which is right in the heart of the city.
Yeah, Jess, it's a great opportunity. The Saratogian couldn't be more generous to us as an organization, and to have the opening night, as you mentioned, the opening day of the racetrack, we're going to have a lot of potential activity downtown.
Right.
The address, if anybody doesn't know, it's the corner of Lake Ave and Pavilion Row, which is where some of the new hotels are.
Right.
And you can pull right in, and it's $10 per car. You can come and go as you please. And maybe just as important, the Saratogian has agreed that if in fact you get out to your car and maybe you've enjoyed the nightlife a little too much and don't feel as though you want to drive home, you can keep your car in the lot overnight. They just ask that by 8:30 in the morning you have the car out of there. So it's a win-win all the way around.
It certainly is.
The organization gets 100% of the proceeds right to the Sponsor a Scholar program. And again, if you're looking for a spot to park, as everyone knows, in Saratoga on opening day of the track, sometimes it can be a little challenging.
Yeah, I think you're understating it. So there you have it, right in the heart of Saratoga. Park on Friday night. The $10, 100% of the proceeds goes to help Saratoga sponsor a scholar. And hats off to the Saratogian, by the way, for doing this. Right, Tom?
That's great, Jess.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us, and we hope we see you on Friday night.
You certainly will. To see this interview again, head to our website, looktvonline.com.